Poppin' shit, but only cause you know you poppin', yeah. You got it, girl, you got it.
Hey y'all, we back with another video, and hold up. Hey y'all, we back with another video. Today we will be doing a story time. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. That is my fan. I know it's a little loud. Let me turn on. Alright. So today we'll be doing a story time about this guy who was following my friend, me and my friend. I'm not sure if it wasn't really a kidnap or nothing, but he was like following us. So, you know what, we're gonna just start from the beginning. So, me and my friend, it was school. I think this was in let's see, did that happen this year? I don't know if it happened this year or last year. I'm sorry about my arm because we were painting a bookshelf today. So, I don't know if it was last year or this year. I don't remember. I did the same video last time, but I kind of deleted it because I wanted to redo it. So, basically, it was a school day, and I think it was this year. I'm not sure. This year or last year. So, basically, it was snowing, and we came outside early and didn't know. We thought it was the same schedule, nothing different, and turns out that we came early to the bus stop. We didn't know until the end of the story. So let me keep going. Basically, we came outside or whatever. I think my friend was the first one outside because she's always the first one outside before everybody. And so I didn't think that of it. I didn't think we were early because usually she's the first person outside, and there'd be like a couple of people after her. So I came outside, didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, okay, we're getting ready to go to school. So we're waiting outside, waiting. It's freezing cold outside. I do not have snow boots. My feet are like, I think I was wearing like a pair of Converse. My feet were freezing. So we were waiting and waiting and waiting. Nobody came outside. It was empty. Like, no one was outside. There was no cars passing by. You don't see nobody walking by. We're just outside by ourselves. Thinking that the bus is gonna come, and we were thinking, we didn't know if we were late or if there was no school. So we're outside still waiting and waiting and waiting. And then eventually a car comes. But we thought the car was just like, because we live in an apartment building and they go like around like this. But we live in two different buildings and there's a bus stop. And it's like a street. And then it's the sidewalk and the sidewalk. We were on this side. And the car was like your way. It was coming towards us. And we thought that the car was just going to drive by. We thought it was going to drive by. So we were thinking the car is coming towards us. Hey, baby. This is my little sister. So the car's coming towards us. And then it slows down. Like, you know the normal speed a car goes. It was coming like that down the street, like all the way at the end of the street. It was coming down normal. And as soon as it started getting closer to us, the car starts slowing down. So we're like, okay, the car's just gonna drive by. The car's just sitting there. So me and my friend, her name starts with a C, so I'm gonna call her name's just gonna be C. So me and C I'm like, is this guy following us? What? She didn't want to know, he might drive by and all of that. I'm like, okay. The car's still sitting there. Still sitting there. So we start walking away from the car. The car's behind us going real slow. So we started speeding up fast and the car started speeding up. So C, her uncle didn't leave yet. Nice. her uncle didn't leave yet. So, cause her uncle didn't drop off her brother and sister at school yet. So we ran, cause he was just about to leave out. So we ran to his car. I was like, yo, his name starts with an A. I'm sorry about the banging. That's my little brother outside the door. Aline, stop. So her uncle's name starts with an A, so I'm gonna call him A. And so, oh, thank you. So we run up to C's uncle's car. It was like, hey, there's this guy following us. And then when he stayed there and waited for us, but when we ran to C's uncle's car, the car drove off. So then we really know that guy was following us. And then, stop it. Fuck. So basically, we told C's uncle, and stop it. Alright, here. We told C's uncle, and he didn't believe us. He was like, there's nobody following us and all of that, because he didn't see the car. Because when we ran up to the car, the other car drove away. So he stayed there for a few minutes, no car showed up. So then we go back out, like, he leaves to go drop him off at school, and we're still outside. The car, like, I think it came back like once. And then I think the second time, I don't know if it came, I can't remember. But I don't remember if the car came around 2 or 3 times. But I think it was only twice. So I can't remember. So basically, the car came back, but when her uncle left, like a few minutes later, the car came back. We ran up on the other side across the street, and then I have like this little pathway to go up to my house. So instead of me running to my house, me and my friends, because one of my other friends, her name starts with K, so her name's gonna be K. She was coming down the hill to come catch the bus now. And then we were like, and then we, no, the car didn't come yet. I think Kay was coming down the hill on the other side of the street. She was coming down the hill, so we went across the street to say hi or whatever, and we told her the story. And then I was scared. So basically, when we told her the story, the car came back. The car came back, and so we all ran. And then when eventually it was like he didn't come back no more. That's when, like, a few minutes after our bus came. So basically, I forgot how the police found out. I don't remember. Kay told us that the same thing happened to her. I don't know if it was the same guy or not, but she's like, the same thing happened to her little brother when they were going to a different school. So basically, I forgot how we got our buses switched. It was just for that day. Our buses got switched somehow. I think we were about to get on our normal bus, and then somehow they found out it happened to us. I can't remember how. And then, so we ended up switching buses. I was bawling my eyes out. I was scared. C was like, calm down, stop crying, it'll be fine. So we had to tell the cops everything. We told them the story, and then the bus driver, who we switched not the bus that we usually get on, but the other bus that we got on for just that day, that bus driver was like, a car was following them too. The same car that we described was following the bus that we got on before they came to pick us up. And then there was another girl who was like, I think a grade higher than us. Yep, this was 7th grade. The girl in 8th grade, she was staying, I guess she was at a different bus stop, and the guy who was following us asked her, he drove up to her and asked her if, like, how old was she and what was her name, and we told the police and everything, and then they handled it and we went to school. I was still a little bit scared because of what happened earlier in the day. We went to school, everything was fine, and then, hi booby, hi. So basically, hi. Thank you. I don't want no more. I don't want no more. So basically, we went to school and had a regular day. So I think over the weekend, hold on, I think it was Saturday, we were going to, there's like a place we go to, it's like an after school place you could go to, and we went there for like, it wasn't the weekend, I think it was Friday, and we went there on a Friday, and I think me and my little sister, we were walking to go to the place. So, and it's like right there because it's like our building and there's a pathway, a turn, and the building's right there. So we were going there, but there's like a dumpster in our area, like for our building, and the car was sitting there with the guy in it. He was sitting there. And then I told my sister, I was like, let's go. And I grabbed my little sister and we ran back to our apartment. And I was like, Mom, the guy's back. He's like over by the dump. She asked me where he was. I was like, he's over by the dumpster. So my mom grabbed the hammer. And unless this was a Thursday or a Friday. Nope, this was Friday. And so she grabs her hammer and we went over to the dumpster. The car was gone. So basically, when we went over back by the dumpster, the car was gone. So my mom walked us to the place we were going to. Hey, you put it in my eye. Yeah, you put it in my eyes. So my mom walked us to the place and she told the lady what happened. And the lady knew me since I was little. She's like family to me. And so she basically got all like her teens, like the older kids that goes there to the place I was going to. And she grabbed the bag and went over to the dumpster. Again, after my mom left, she went over to the dumpster. And then she was like, and she asked me, this is where you saw the guy? And I was like, yeah, that's where I saw the guy. And she asked me to make sure, and I was like, yes, that's where I saw the guy. So basically, the next day, the police came to my house, and then they questioned me, and I answered all their questions. Basically, they tried to say this man who was following me and my friend, and the day after, no, the same day, and was a cab driver from New York City. If he was a cab driver, why was he sitting there following 2 children, didn't ask nothing, just sat there driving slowly behind us, and you're going to tell me that's a cab driver? I didn't want to hear it personally. It made no sense to me, because why would a cab driver man just follow us and not ask us no questions, follow a school bus, come to where I live? That makes no sense. So, what was that? So, basically, it was over after that, after they told me he was just a bus driver from New York City. I guess they did. So, basically, that made no sense to me, because this man got away after following. He didn't do no harm to us, but he followed innocent children. So I think something should have happened to him. And it wasn't just us 2. He asked another girl who was like a year older than us. I don't think it was right. Comment down below if you think he should have gotten in trouble for following us and stuff. I'm just glad to be home safe. And so that'll be the end of my video. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell button, click the post notifications to get new videos every week. I'm figuring. Hey, look. And that'll be all for today. Bye.